Hey guys, it's me, Ken from PiercingMetal.com, and I'm here to share some really exciting coolness. The fine folks at Hasbro sent me this box, and we're going to do a fun little unboxing of it. And what I kept from you was my taking it out of the actual cardboard packaging that it came in. But as you can see, it's a beautiful box. It's about the size of a pair of sneakers box. So I don't know what's inside of it yet, per se. Is it a pair of G.I Joe sneakers? That would be fun. So let's just look over here around the box. As you can see, here's a picture of the Joes. And my memory serves me correct, that's Duke. Snake Eyes, of course. I believe that's Roadblock. And there's Scarlet. And if you go past this side of it, here is COBRA Command. I lean COBRA because I run into those guys at Comic-Con all the time, and they're a lot friendlier than you'd think. And I guess it's maybe because they're metalheads inside too. So and there you see the Baroness, COBRA Commander, Destro, and Storm Shadow. And of course on the far side is a larger visual of from what we see on the top of the box. So let's see about opening this up and see what's inside. If it's a pair of shoes, I don't know. I don't want to damage the box because it looks so cool and it will be easier to put away. Let me put the camera down for a second. Yes, the sounds you heard were me opening up the box without tearing it. I'm a big fan of the mint in box idea. So, and of course there's the cool visual on that again. And let's open her up and see what we got in here. Hey, you're supposed to work with me, not against me. Alright, I'm going to pause this and I'll pick up when I have opened the box a little better. And when it's okay, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm back only a few seconds after I was able to nudge the box open. It's very hot these last couple of days, so I'm guessing some of the cardboard on the box has gotten humidity wise, and what do you know, it's not a pair of sneakers at all. It's an official G.I Joe series of figures. And as you saw, we had read you that Duke, Lady J, Scarlet were on the front. So here you have Duke. Look at how cool he is. Now this new G.I Joe line is they're about 6.5 inches, I believe. What a great background. Look at that. So Duke is in the box. And right next to him is Scarlet. Always liked Scarlet, in the same backing. Collectors like me will remember that G.I Joe, this iteration of G.I Joe had they were 3 3/4 inches, a little bigger, or about the size of the Star Wars figures. And they had a card on the back that you could cut out, and it would show you like military specs of the characters. So here is Destro. Look at that, Destro. He is the master of the artillery there. And again, they all have the same ornate back, which is really cool. I like that artwork. That's going to be a good poster. And of course, Snake Eyes. Look at it. Snake Eyes is fantastic. Snake Eyes was one of my favorite characters from the whole G.I Joe line. But I also, like I said, I lean COBRA, so COBRA Commander is one of my favorites. And here is, last but not least, Roadblock. There's no mystery figure under that blue that you see right here, but Roadblock is here, and he's a little tricky to get out because he's way in the bottom, wedged in there. So, but that is Roadblock. And These are great. As you can see from these figures, they're very detailed. They come with a lot of weapons, and we'll talk more about those in a post online. I'll be doing that, and I'm not actually opening the physical figures here. I like that Destro comes with a COBRA briefcase of some kind. He is the weapons guy. The Snake Eyes, you want weapons. Look at this. Snake Eyes comes with everything. Everything. Whew. So, G.I. Joe was one of my favorite lines growing up, and in addition to what I bought with the 3 3/4 inch ones, I also was a collector of the original series of G.I. Joe that came out when I was very young. These were they were about a foot tall, and they were really awesome. You could dress them up in various costumes like Army, Navy SEAL, Sailor, Air Force, America's Fighting Man, you know. So that is our overview. And one thing I liked about G.I. Joe was you were able to collect the markings on them and order special figures, and that's how you got the original Cobra Commander. Back then, you would send away the tops of the packaging, and you'd get the Cobra Commander that has the visor in front of him on his face, and that's also how you would get eventually. You got Sergeant Slaughter like that. I had to think for a second. You got Reginald Perry, the Fridge. Now, the Sergeant Slaughter was he was the trainer. He became like the drill sergeant for the team in the cartoon. The Refrigerator Perry was their, I guess, their trainer, you know, in sports athletics. And then they had Super Joe, which was a really interesting character who just had like this silver armor or silver helmet, and but you know, nothing came close to the original Cobra Commander Premium that you would get for free on the 3 3/4 inch figures. I still have a lot of those somewhere, and maybe I'll dig those cards up, because I know I had the cards somewhere. I used to cut the cards out of the box. Back then, you did not keep these action figures in the packaging. You took them out, you played with them, and I had a ton of them. My grandmothers would buy me these figures, my parents would buy me these figures, and I loved them quite a much. So seeing the fine folks at Hasbro putting these back out onto the racks for new generations of collectors is really awesome. I cannot wait to look at the next set of them, and I'm hoping that it's Cobra loaded. Go Joe! And thanks again, Hasbro. Okay, guys, it's me again. I took a quick side visit into the archives of some boxes that I knew had some stuff in it that applied to this particular unboxing. And wouldn't you know it, there are my crop of the ID cards for the G.I. Joes that I would collect so many years ago. I think it's safe to say that these cards are over 30 years old. So what I did was I just pulled out a couple and put those in front of the batch that you see. There's quite a bit of them, right? Now, mind you, this is only the G.I. Joe side. That's not the Cobra side. We're going to get to them next. So as you see, here's Duke, and here's Scarlet, and Roadblock, and of course Snake Eyes. All right, so that's them. Let's go over to the other side of the fence, and here is the Cobra side. And as I said, quite a bit of these. There were not as many Cobra members and figures as there were G.I. Joe, but you certainly got your fill of them if you liked Cobra. You weren't stuck with like a Darth Vader and 85 different stormtroopers all wearing the same outfit. You had Cobra, and you had all different sorts of of Denizens of Evil. So this is the card that I would have gotten, that I did get, when I ordered that free figure with shipping and handling. So it's Cobra Commander with the visor. My favorite look for Cobra Commander. And here's some other favorites. A few years into the collection, they did give you Cobra Commander with the hood on. If you read the comic book that was drawn by the great Larry Hama, you would see that he is wearing a hood like this in a lot of the comic books. Another favorite character is Baroness. She's great. I can't not wait to see how they do Baroness in this new collection. Destro, you saw him in the collection that we just got, the preview. Here's another couple of favorites, and then I'll move on with this topic. The Mercenary was Major Blood. I always liked his name, Major Blood, and he was interesting. And of course, Cobra Ninja, as you know, is Storm Shadow, and he's pretty badass. And then Zartan, the Master of Disguise. He came with some sort of swamp skiff. You had to buy the vehicle to get Zartan, and his face would change color and all this other stuff. And then there is Cobra Saboteur. I liked him a lot too. He's Firefly. He was in the first movie that they did at one part. Eventually they decided with the comics cartoon to create a leader of Cobra. They created one, and that gave us Serpentor, and he was the culmination of many great tyrants of history. Great character, and you also would get Serpentor if you bought a vehicle. There was he had a chariot because he looked like a Roman emperor. And then the stranger thing happened. There was a G.I Joe movie. I do know too much history about this. I'm right. I sound like the super geek. They created a history where there was an underground society that had created Cobra. And this was the leader of the Cobra team, and his name was Golobulus. Golobulus was a very strange-looking figure. He looked cool on the top, and then the bottom of him had this long, snake-like body. And the snake-like body you could bend, but you could never stand him up. He would never stand up. I was talking about the giveaway figures that you could order online, and that brings me to the card for Sergeant Slaughter, who was one of the other ones you could order. And the fridge, William Perry, the football player. And of course, as I mentioned, Super Trooper. Okay, and that was a bonus. Let me see if I can get this out of the box the right way. So I happened to be going through, and this was right next to everything else. It's still in the box that it came in. It's a mint-in package Sergeant Slaughter. Never been opened. Still in the original box. It was sent to me at my parents' house, and the red background is obviously the Sergeant Slaughter card. So there you have it. A great new collection of G.I Joe stuff, and an exciting look back through time at the classic stuff that I have still. I hope you enjoyed it, and that will be it for me now. Go Joe, and remember to look for these items when they're on the shelves. You're not going to regret it. Okay, bye. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so I, Ken Pierce from Piercing Metal, can talk to you more about comics, toys, films, and of course heavy metal stuff. I'm going to try to use this channel a lot more because it's too much fun to do and not share things with you. Okay, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.